It's time for the B.S.ing with the Guys live podcast.
Let's get it. It's time. The B.S.ing with the Guys.
Boom.
Yep. So we are live and direct, coming straight from the swamps of southern Louisiana. Back at it. Justin, you were telling me about a judge before we got on. I told you to hold up a second.
Yeah.
Until we went live. I kind of remember the case. Didn't some dad or something went in the judge chamber and shot him for messing with his daughter or some shit?
Yeah, it was one of the sheriff deputies shot him. I guess because he found, like, I don't know if it was messages or his daughter's contact saved in the judge's phone. I didn't know what was what the last update you had heard on that was.
Well, do y'all remember that case, Kristen or Brad?
No.
It was. I think it was out in Kentucky, wasn't it?
It was.
Where they had video of it, where the guy was in the judge's chamber and like pumped a couple rounds into him.
Yeah, vaguely I remember hearing about that.
What was he doing with the daughter?
I don't think that's come out yet. Like exactly what the relationship between the judge and the daughter was, but so an update from August 20th. Basically says that the Kentucky judge that was gunned down in his own chambers last year ran a twisted sex ring in which young women were coaxed into performing sexual favors just to get out of trouble. So he ran an apparent sex for favor scheme in the jail.
So that must have been what, because I know when the story, when it first came out, the dad was saying something about, didn't he think his kid was kidnapped or some shit, though?
I feel like I heard that, but I don't know if that was just rumor mill stuff.
Yeah.
But I believe that he kind of knew what the judge had going on.
Right.
And then he grabbed his phone, asking to call. He may have been trying to call his daughter. Well, when he put his daughter's number in the phone, it popped up as a contact. So that was apparently his last straw.
So he was like, well, basically, why is my daughter's name in your phone?
Right. So I think he kind of had a hint, and then he went in there and was like, hey, can I borrow your phone to, call so-and-so? And then he put his daughter's phone number in and was like, oh, yeah, got you, bitch. Said one of the alleged victims said that they would do sex parties and perform shows and have sex with the judge and his friends for money and like time off, and were threatened with basically max sentences on their cases if they refused.
Yeah. Well, I would assume the dad, the one that shot the judge, there's no way he's getting off on this.
No.
They can't, I mean, because even if it, like, we look at it like it may be justified if this judge was doing whatever, and his daughter was involved. But, I mean, when you watch that video, the judge was unarmed, he's just sitting behind a desk, and this guy pulls out a pistol and pumps a round or two in him.
How old was the daughter?
I don't think they ever said how old she was. I'm
about to find out. Let me look. Bear with me. I'm looking. Adams said he felt. Let's see. Sex parties, perform, forced to go. Adams said she felt forced to go along with the judge's scheme because she feared Child Protective Services would somehow get involved and up in. That must have been one of the mothers that was involved. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how, but the daughter. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, it was a teen,
Yeah, I believe she was young, and but they really haven't put out much information about his family.
Right.
But I mean, hopefully he'll get some sort of leniency as far as that case that happened here in Louisiana, way back when with whatever his name is. Shot the karate instructor.
Yeah,
but he didn't do time.
Different times.
That was the Pluchet boy. Yeah, that was a little different times, man. That was straight. I mean, there wasn't a judge around going to convict him, after that story came out. But with this one, I guess it's like Brad said, it's just a different time now. I mean, they're not going to let you take justice into your own hands like they did back then. And then, that was down here, Baton Rouge, down in the South. That I don't know if that judge could have still lived in Louisiana had they, punished that Pluchet guy for shooting that guy, in that airport.
Truth.
So that one, he almost had no option but to let that shit slide. But yeah, with this one, I'd have to hear the details on what went on with the guy's daughter before I justified him pumping some rounds in him,
Yeah.
But
no, I think he deserved it.
well, there you go. That's all that matters then.
Once you get involved in sextortion rings inside the jail, whatever happens. happens,
well,
dude.
especially if there's young people involved too, man. That's that makes a big difference. But anyway, if you're just tuning in, want to welcome everybody. We are BSing with the guys, sitting there shooting the shit about some current news stories
And
going
girl.
on. And girl, sorry,
Yes,
right
thank
down
you.
there,
Get it
the
right.
blonde. And we it's what we do once a week. So welcome everyone. What else is going on? We'll get into the title story. Of course, it's political tug of war going on in Chicago. Now the crime stats they tell a tale of two perspectives. I mean, Trump is out there sounding the alarm, saying that Chicago streets are basically a war zone. He's ready to send the National Guard in to restore some kind of order. His argument is there's, the homicides, carjackings, and violent crime, that it demands a federal fix, is what he's saying. Now, the mayor over there, Brandon Johnson, he's like, yo, we got this, dog. We don't need your help. He's pointing to local efforts that are already moving the needle in a positive way. They say, if you go by the numbers, and we'll check out these numbers and see what y'all think, but according to the Chicago Police Department, there's been a significant drop in violent crime in 2025. They're saying homicides are down about 33% through July. That's 240 of them recorded, so that puts the city on track for fewer than 400 by the year's end. That's the lowest since 2019, so apparently something's changed for the better there. Shootings have plummeted 37%. Robberies are down 33%. Carjackings have tanked 51%. Overall violent crime has dropped about 22%, they're saying. Even aggravated assaults, which hit a 20-year high in 2024, are down 13% this year. Property crimes like burglary, larceny are also below pre-pandemic levels in many areas, as what the cops are reporting. But misdemeanor thefts are up 2%. But really, is that big of a deal? Compared to all these other crimes.
Right.
Now, what Trump is pointing at, he's not happy with the still high murder rate that's going on over there. They lost 573 lives last year to murder. Now, that's the most of any U.S. city. That's even a per capita rate 3 times higher than Los Angeles. So, that's Trump's big argument about trying to bring in the National Guard. But Johnson's got a few of his stats that he's flexing over there. He's saying there's a 77.4% homicide clearance rate, and that's the highest in over a decade, which he attributes to more detectives and community programs. So basically, we got Trump ready to roll in the troops. Johnson's insisting Chicago's on the mend. The stats show progress, but also a persistent challenge. So, Brad, should Trump keep his nose out of it with these numbers? Looking a little better. Or do you think he's right trying to send the government over there to help curb that murder rate?
My opinion on it, honestly, is I would have to really I think any murders are too high. And if you're talking even about New Orleans or Chicago, Baltimore, L.A., and honestly, any of these Democrat-run cities, I would like to know the classification of these murders, because from inside sources I have, NOLA, the murders, the way they classify murders are totally different than homicides, however you want to put it, are totally different in the realm of things. So is there like a reclassification to say, well, everything looks down on our end, because are they reclassifying the way that if you don't die on the street, then, or you make it to the hospital, it's not really considered a homicide? You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah. There's ways that these cities and leaders have ways to finagle these numbers, like you're saying. They do. They got a bad habit of reclassifying shit. Just like you said, we've heard examples of that. That if you're not actually dead when the ambulance gets there, then it wasn't a murder.
Right.
And I'm not saying they do that with all of them, but it's been there's been stories of that from people that we know from the inside. So.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, honestly, with Trump wanting to come in, I heard he was touting maybe coming down to New Orleans and trying to do it. And I guess if he's there and he wants to enforce, immigration and checkpoints and traffic stops and try to help out, you got to hear it from the left side that it's just total dictatorship and this is what we're facing. But I mean, I believe a lot of these cities, they need help, and they're not cutting the mustard, these politicians that are there now. And you can see what's going on in our city. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as the clearance rates of the Chicago homicides that are being claimed, right? So I mean, this post is from CWB Chicago from 2024, talking about the rise in clearance rate from 23 to 24, or from 22 to 23. Sorry, but and apparently they had cleared 51.7% of murders in 23, right? Which came out to 319 homicides that they cleared. Okay, so they filed a Freedom of Information Act, and what the release on the 51% doesn't tell you is that only 140 of the cleared murders occurred last year. It says Richard Nixon was president when 2 of the slayings had occurred, and nearly half of the 319 cases that were cleared in 23 were cleared without anybody being charged for murder. So
you can't believe none of these fucking numbers that they're putting out,
none of
which
them.
is why I said, according to the Chicago police, these are the numbers, because you're looking at every single type of crime in Chicago is supposedly down by double digits.
I don't believe it.
Right. And I was trying to give them a little bit of credit, thinking, well, maybe they're doing something right. Trump may be overstepping. But when you start bringing up points like you're bringing up, Justin, and Brad, how you brought up in the beginning where, they find ways to reclassify all this shit. It's like, why would you even want to do that as a leader? Why mess with these numbers instead of just looking at it in a realistic way and saying, what can we do to fix it? Fixing it isn't
They don't
just
want to fix it, dude.
well, right, but it's like, what do they gain from having a city like Chicago where the murder rate is the highest in the country?
right.
I don't know. I don't think like them, so I can't tell you what's going on in their head,
And like David W. said, 9 of the top 10 cities for violent crime are in red states. That's where the orange father, maybe he was trying to say?
Yes.
Führer should be sending the troops, right. And it's like, okay, all of the cities, I think it's 9 of the top 10 cities are blue cities. Maybe they're in red states, but we're not. I mean, if he wants to send National Guard to New Orleans, I'm not against it. And
Right.
I'm right there. It's like,
See,
okay, cool.
And that's another thing that a lot of people say. The red states do have higher rates, when it comes to crime, like murder and all. But what they never want to mention is it's always because of blue cities.
Yes.
And we take Louisiana, for instance. Baton Rouge, New Orleans. Yes. Shreveport. Yeah. You can go, the list goes on and on. Every single one is Democrat run, and that is where the high crime rates come from. So they never want to mention that.
Right.
No.
They love
Illinois. You take Illinois as a whole, it's a red state, in my opinion. It really is. But when you take with the density and the population of Chicago, which pretty much controls everything,
Yeah.
And here we are. Yeah. You have a mayor there that is, Brandon Johnson, and you can see the statistics that come out of there. And it's not good. I don't know. I don't know the analogy. I don't know why. I just don't understand why they don't want better for their people there.
Yeah.
But,
well,
look, I believe voting has consequences, and you can see what's going on, man. These people vote them in, and it's just it's crazy.
Well, according to Jerry, Chicago isn't, and I assume he meant murder capital, not Myrtle. But right. I'm telling you, in 2024, they were the highest of any city. It was 573 of them in 2024. That's the most of any U.S. city, and per capita rate, like I said, 3 times higher than even Los Angeles.
And that's usually per 100,000, right, Shane? When
right.
we're talking per capita on the murder rate. Yeah.
But still, when they're saying 573 people, I mean, if that's the most in the country, then that's the most. I don't know what that argument is. I mean, I'm not saying this year because the numbers are down this year.
Right.
Now, they do have a few months to make up for that if they try hard enough. But
Come on, y'all can do it. Get the stats up, dude. Yeah.
no, but anyway, it blows my mind that these politicians, it's anything to not give Trump, or I guess anybody on the other side, any kind of credit, because Trump could come in there and stop. And I'm not saying Trump physically come in there, but he could send a National Guard in. They could do what they have to do, stop a lot of these violent crimes that are happening in these places. But instead of doing that, to where he might have a little notch on his belt, these damn Democratic politicians are just want to go to war against that idea. And if I'm a citizen living in a city like that, I would be asking, like, what the hell, why are you stopping people from coming into our city and helping us with this violence? I don't know how they keep getting voted in.
Because evidently they're not doing the job.
Well, right, but they continue to get voted in. It's crazy.
Yeah. And I don't, honestly, look, I'm pro-police. I do not think it's the police department as a whole. It could be the upper brass of the police department. With the direct orders, could be from the governor or the mayor, because you got to remember here we have what's his name, J.B. Pritzker in Illinois, that is just a devout lib, and I don't understand why would you want to be a governor and you're worth $1 billion, but I still don't understand that there's more to it. But yeah, when you sit back and look at it, Shane, and it's just, I don't know. I agree. The probably consensus, which we'll never find out, is probably if they did some type of poll in the city of Chicago or any of these other cities, if it's L.A. or Baltimore, the people are probably fed the fuck up. They're probably tired of it, dude. They want change. But you'll never hear that on this mainstream media.
Yeah, and they get fed up, but then they continue
absolutely
to vote the same way.
Yes,
and that's it happens. You see it in New Orleans. I mean, it's like, we took the title of murder capital for years.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they still never said, well, let's change the way that we vote, and maybe this will, maybe this will stop. But because it seems like what happens is anybody who really gives a shit just leaves.
Right.
Because they look at it like it's a lost cause. We saw that in New Orleans in the mid to late 80s. I mean, let's face it, they called it the Great White Flight. Right. Everybody got out of New Orleans and left it to the ones that wanted to stay, and now it's a shithole. Really because anybody that didn't want to raise their kids in that kind of nonsense, they got the fuck out. Yep. They got out. And the only time you really see, people going over there now is to go to work, and then they leave the city and go home to a different city.
Yes.
That's all there is over there is jobs for some reason. But every time you hear these politicians in New Orleans, one of their big arguments is we need to bring jobs back. Well, damn near everybody I know goes to the city to go to work. So there's jobs out there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just, I guess, like I said, it just, when you're left with just the people that don't give a shit, I guess they just continue to keep these politicians in charge, because everybody who does give a shit is gone. They're gone. They're living in a different area.
I think the New Orleans mayor believes, in the bringing back jobs, because she is giving the FBI some job security right now.
She is.
So,
T.D.? Where's
T.D.? Yeah. They still going at her ass, huh?
Boy, they crawled up her ass, and what's his name? Veppy?
Yeah, you got her.
Boy, they done crawled up
she's going down.
Yeah,
well, I was looking at this stat just now, not to keep beating up on Chicago, but, 54 shots, 7 killed over the weekend.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's really nothing new. I mean,
that.
if you listen, it's always 42 shot, 7 killed.
Yeah.
Or if it's 20 something, it never ends. It just, and it's a sad situation. Have any of y'all here been to Chicago?
No.
I want to
I don't plan on it.
You don't plan on it?
Look, what'd you say, Justin? On accident?
I went on accident.
Yeah, 5 or 6 times I've been to Chicago. And it's a beautiful, beautiful city. It's something to see. If it's Christmas time on Michigan Avenue with the Christmas light, it's just a cool city. Sears Tower, and it's a cool place, But it's just
not according to Michael.
I have no want to go back, but it is a cool place to go, and
Michael Stern's arguing with you.
It's a nasty one. Yeah. And look, I'm sure it is. Look, come to NOLA. come to New Orleans. It's a nasty fucking city. It really is. But they got some great places. They got some great music, great culture, great food. But it is a nasty city. It really is. And it's just any Democrat-run city is just a shithole. I don't know what else to say.
It's weird too because it's a lot of like tourist type shit, for how bad these cities are. Because Chicago, everybody, you go to vacation. A lot of people go to Chicago to see it because it's got such a big name.
You want to go see this? Yeah, absolutely.
And New Orleans the same. People from around the country, they want to come to Bourbon Street. They want to experience Mardi Gras. And of course, when you're not from here, it's sold to you like it's just this beautiful historic place.
Right.
And then you kind of drive through on the interstate looking around like, where the fuck am I at? Venezuela? I mean, it's bad. It's bad.
Aren't they famous for their weenies over there?
Who, Chicago?
Chicago, yeah.
I think so. Yeah, Chicago hot dog.
Let me give a shout out, dude, to the Wiener
wieners.
Circle, man. For whoever has been up there, you got to go to the Wiener. You got to look it up, man. It's a cool place, man. I've been there a few times, but it's a cool place.
That's the Wiener Circle, you said?
The Wiener Circle, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great hot dogs, great pizza. Yeah,
Kristen, you're not moving to
cool.
Chicago anytime soon?
No.
Who, me?
I want to get out of where we are now.
Yeah.
What?
No,
What's wrong with where you're at? You want to get out of Louisiana?
No.
Just where you're
Out
at?
of the, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't mind Louisiana.
Whatever.
It's
The
all right.
problem is if I move out of Louisiana, I'll go from redneck, from coon ass to redneck, and I just assume be a coon ass,
Yeah,
Like
they
all
all
these people on here like to call us rednecks, which we're
rednecks.
not. Yeah.
That's it.
Who is Rosie and why did they apologize?
Rosie O'Donnell? Well, because I think what she did was when that trans shooter came out, of course, Rosie O'Donnell, huh?
Is that the one Trump is always making fun of?
Yeah. I mean, she looks like she was hit by a truck a few times, but she, as soon as that trans shooter, did what he did, or she did, whatever the hell it's called, she came out saying that it was a MAGA supporter.
Of course.
A white male MAGA supporter or whatever. Well, then, of course, after she found out it wasn't, then she put out an apology. But it's just funny how it's the first thing they jump to when I want to say the
They
last.
so hope for that shit.
Yeah, when the last 7 of these shooters have been LGBTQ plus all those other numbers and letters or whatever the hell. So I don't know why they still play that role where it's the first thing they want to jump to is it's a MAGA supporter. I mean, when's the last time a MAGA
White
supporter shut up a
supremacist.
school?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Did y'all watch his little video?
Who's that? The trans
tranny.
shooter? What did he? Oh, with the showing like the weapons and all that shit.
Yeah. It was so weird.
It
Yeah,
is.
it
It's
was.
crazy.
Ah,
It's
dude.
crazy shit.
It was, man. And then, like you said, took the coward way out, which, well, I think we talked about it last time. It'd been nice if he'd have done that before he went and shot up kids. Shoot yourself then. Well, San Francisco was run down.
Was
Run
run
by
by-
Dems. Okay, for decades. Yeah, and it's a shithole too.
It's another shithole, man. Another beautiful place. I've been
Pl-
there.
yeah.
Been there 3 times, man. It's a beautiful place. It really is. But, when you go there in the 90s, just to tell you, when you go there, I went there like 95, 96. Beautiful place. Now, and I went back in, 20? God, dude, has it changed? Jesus God, dude. It is just, look, any city that has to develop an app so you can stay away from the shit on the streets and the syringes on the street. Y'all got problems, dude.
They're
Y'all
doing
really do.
something wrong.
Yeah, you're doing something wrong,
It's John. John's on that shit too about the red states have worse violent crime. You must not have been here, buddy, but we just went over that, and it's because of blue cities. So,
Yeah, because they talk about the blue states, red states have more violent crime, but Trump isn't sending the National Guard to red states and the red cities in these blue states.
Yeah, he's not-
Exactly right.
Yeah, it make no sense. He's only sending every place Trump's talking about sending these National Guards are all run by Democrats.
Yes.
Yep.
All of them, because he was talking, like you say, he was hinting towards doing it here. We are a red state, but he's damn sure not sending it to Madisonville, Louisiana. You know what I mean?
No.
It's going to go straight to New Orleans where all the bullshit's happening. And so that's, like I said, that's something the Democrats like to harp on about the red state, but they all fail to mention why these red states have those high crime rates, and we're going to mention it for them. It's because of blue cities.
Yep.
So, and that's not, look, it's not like we're on here just, we're hardcore right wing. It's the facts. It is what it is. Every high crime stat that's coming out of any state is from a blue fucking city. That's all there is to it. It's plain and simple. So, and we fact checked that. So
Sure
it's
did.
done. Has nothing to do. What is Sheila talking about?
I'm not sure.
Has nothing to do with Dem or GOP. It was a stock market that caused the homeless problem, not Dem's fault. Okay. I guess they were all playing the stock market, and once they lost all their money, they became homeless.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with drug addicts.
Jews.
And
Yeah, the stock market crashed when? Because we've had homeless for a while, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure which stock market crash. Are we talking about like Great
Ah,
Depression stock market crash?
2020.
Because, you know,
Shit, it's been worse since 2020. It's been terrible way before then. So they ain't no telling. I don't know what the hell they talking about. I don't think they know what they're talking about. But we do want to welcome Sheila. Make sure you subscribe. And if you're just now tuning in, we appreciate it. Y'all stay with us. We're just going to keep seeing what's going on in the world, talking a little shit on here about these crazy-ass news stories. It never ends. It's
Look
like
at the parable lawn guy, dude. All the homeless are playing the stocks, right? Yeah.
that's what they do. They all, once.
Every one of them, dude. Well invested.
Oh, man. Let's bring it down to the south. Houston.
Yes. Houston.
Man is accused of killing an 11-year-old boy after ding-dong ditch prank, which we called it something
Sure
different
is.
when I was a kid. Kristen, would you like to guess what we called it?
Oh.
I think I know.
Says this is the latest example of a trend that has left children dead. Now,
God, that reminds me of the South Park episode. Yeah, but anyway, I'm not going to go there.
Gonzalo Leon Jr., he is 42, was charged with murder Monday for the death of 11-year-old Julian Guzman, the city of Houston said. Now, let's see. What did they do here? Let's find out what this kid did. Leon allegedly opened fire on an 11-year-old whom a witness described as running away from the house when he was shot.
yeah.
That's
I was
probably
gonna
all
say
I
if the
need
facts
to
of the
hear.
case or the facts that are out right now, are correct, then he definitely needs to be in prison because allegedly he like hid in the bushes right around the corner and then chased this kid down the street after he knocked on the door and then shot him.
Yeah, he's guilty as fuck.
What the hell would go through your mind to think that this is
Right.
how I'm going to handle
Said
this?
he like hid in the bushes and watched him knock on the door and was waiting for it and then
He's
chased
had
him down the
enough,
street.
dude.
It's
You don't
crazy.
understand. 3 times a week? I mean, Jesus Christ, dude. Something's got to give, dude. You know?
Is that, and you talking about this one in Houston?
Yeah,
Justin?
yeah.
Yeah. Because there's been a few of them, apparently, according to this article, that's happened a few times. But that's crazy. Like, even if you just open the door and start shooting, it's fucking wrong. Just because
Right.
somebody knocks on your door. But to sit there and lie and wait, what does this person think was going to come out of that?
Dude, I have no clue
That
where the
is
thought process
crazy.
was. Like, I'm going to ambush these kids, while they're knocking on doors.
Damn.
Like,
Well,
what happened to, like paintball guns and,
Yeah,
give somebody a
good ass
bruise or
whipping,
two
you
and
know what I'm saying?
let them move on.
Yeah, good ass whipping, a couple punches, dude, and they move on, dude.
I tell you what,
Throw
they-
guns in the- yeah.
they keep shooting these little kids, they'll stop doing this shit because didn't one that just happened not too long ago. Somebody was doing that shit. The guy comes out the house, open fires, kills him. I mean, damn, I don't know. Like I said, if enough of it goes on, I guess they'll stop doing it. I mean, it's a harmless prank. I mean, we used to do it as kids, and I just
Wait,
man,
but why was he out at like 11 o'clock at night?
who the kid?
Yeah.
Probably
It was
snuck
11.
out. Yeah, I either snuck out or, I mean, let's face it, not everybody has amazing parents. But,
Yes.
I mean, I don't know the
Exactly.
parents, so I don't want to judge them, but I'm just saying
Sheila
that could be
Bush
a
is beating
reason.
up on us, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, even though he was out late, I give him props. He wasn't out robbing people, and but he was just riding around knocking doors. And
Yeah.
I was
with
just
that,
wondering
dude.
because I feel like
Was.
that's
I
young
might do
to
that
be
tonight,
out.
dude, when we get off the air, dude.
I think
No.
we should.
Just to answer
No.
Sheila's questions, yes, we don't finish high school down here in Louisiana.
No.
A lot of us, some of us
Still-
make it to
We're
it if
still
we're lucky.
barefoot. Yeah.
Yeah, if
exactly.
we're lucky, we make it to high school. But this
Absolutely.
finish high school stuff you're talking about, I don't know what that is. So no.
No, I agree with her when she says you guys don't know about the subprime loan package. Yeah, that was all during the Clinton
Just
administration is
so
where
unsure.
it started at. When you talk about subprime, and it was just no information, no nothing. Just let's give them a loan, and
Yeah, it was
that's
great.
another,
Like,
that's for a whole nother subject. I
what
mean,
was
That
the
was when
movie?
well wait, that was when the housing market was booming?
That was about 2008, man.
Because they were
When-
giving out house loans left and right. Is that what
Yeah.
you refer?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
No
yeah,
doc,
I mean,
no
And then they were
nothing,
like
just-
selling them in packages to banks
Yes,
and shit.
yes,
yeah.
they were
Yeah.
What was the
bundling 'em up.
movie? They made a movie about it.
Yeah, The Big Short, man. You
yes,
gotta watch it, dude.
that was
Yeah,
it.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah.
yeah, and then apparently they were just giving it to just tons of people that had no way
Yeah.
of paying back these loans.
Everybody.
Yeah,
Well,
wow.
and then so they were giving out the loans prior to '08, but
Yes.
apparently the interest rates on these loans would just explode after however many years, right?
Yes.
So
Adjustable
come
arm
08,
rates and stuff like that.
everybody's
yes.
mortgage like tripled that had
Yes.
these subprime loans, and then they couldn't pay them.
No. Right. You took a little down, a little dip in the real estate. Here they are. They're underwater with their loans. And knowing that these people could not afford them. And I think she's going deeper than that when she says that they took these loans, these shit loans that were garbage, and they bundled them up and they sold them as A-rated loans, you know,
Right.
to other mortgage companies where they thought they could make money off of them. And no, it just turned out to be total shit. But yeah, watch The Big Short. It's a great movie,
Yeah, I've seen clips.
Yeah.
I've probably seen a quarter of it or so just scrolling, but I've wanted to watch it for a little while now.
Now this going on with the housing market and all that y'all were talking about, that is or was Trump's fault, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I
absolutely.
thought so. Yeah, yeah.
Orange man,
I
dude.
thought-
Yeah, absolutely,
I thought
dude.
Trump had something to do with that.
Yep.
Yep,
Anyway,
that's what I heard.
anyway.
Hey, did y'all watch that documentary about the them kids who were like cyberbullied?
Yes.
And who it was doing it?
Yes.
So break it on
Crazy.
down. What was it on?
Netflix.
Netflix.
What? Give me the gist. I haven't
It
seen
was. How old were they, Justin? They were like,
Oh, they were like 13.
yeah, 13, 14. And it was this girl and her little boyfriend. They just started getting like crazy messages from these unknown numbers saying like disgusting like sexual things, telling her to kill herself, stuff like that. And then turned out to be her own mom sending the
wow.
messages.
Oh,
And this
I
was over like a
did hear-
3-year period.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. But was the mom like interested in one of the boys or something?
She
That's what people are saying.
hasn't said that she was.
Because that was
Um,
what somebody told me, and apparently they had no.
Yeah, that's kind of the speculation, but
But I mean, why else would she do that? Like, what the fuck is wrong? Because I
Bitch
did
was
now that you
crazy,
said that,
dude.
I
Yes.
remember hearing about that with the mother being involved, and she was the one
Yeah.
sending her daughter all these damn messages and bullying the shit out of her.
yeah.
And I'm like, what else would be driving her to do that? Not that that's a good excuse,
Well,
but
Because she was also bullying her daughter's, at the time now ex-boyfriend's
Yeah.
new girlfriend. Like after he broke up, or her daughter and boyfriend broke up,
Right.
he went and got with somebody else. Well, then
And then
she
she
got
started-
her number and she started harassing
that's what
her.
I'm saying. So it had to be the common denominator is this boy.
Yeah.
So it sounds like the mother was interested so much in this dude that she was even fucking harassing her own daughter, telling her to kill herself and shit. Like,
Well, just saying like
Wow.
nasty sexual things to a 13-year-old.
yeah.
And I feel like people aren't talking about that part enough. Like the stuff that she was saying to her
So-
daughter.
So what kind of trouble did she get into, the mom?
She got like stalking charges and shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much that
That's
was
it?
about it. Stalking. Yes. I think she
Yeah.
got like, I don't know, like 18 months in prison was her charge or something like that.
Right. Yeah, Sheila said, I saw that and said it was the parent in the first 5 minutes. No, I
That's
didn't.
crazy.
Like I said, I didn't see the documentary, but I remember the story. And I remember thinking how nuts, like, how can a parent, do that to a child, man? And,
Right.
And then, like you're saying, Kristen, people, I didn't hear anything about just the explicit shit to a child that
Oh,
she
yeah.
was talking.
It was
more.
explicit too.
Was it
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what? But who
And then
was
she acts like it was normal in the
Really?
documentary. Like, oh, people make mistakes, and I'm sure everybody's broken the law, but they just didn't get caught. I'm like, what?
Yeah, she was like, yeah, people's head gets in negative spaces here and there, and we do crazy things.
So
and
she's
da-da-da.
so they were interviewing her in the documentary.
Yeah, she was on there.
Oh, so she's did whatever. I guess.
Yeah.
And
punishment
she's
she-
like helping the police investigate.
The whole time.
Yeah, the whole time trying to figure out who was this person sending the messages, and it was
This-
her.
This bitch
So-
was going to the school and like trying to line the volleyball team up. to like question these children individually on who was texting her daughter and sending her harassing messages. And the school was like, no, that is not happening.
So do her and her daughter speak?
They talk occasionally now. Her daughter said that she hopes that her mother will get the help she needs and that they can rekindle their relationship eventually.
Kristen, could you?
No.
If your mother was doing that to you?
No. The stuff that this woman was saying,
Really?
disgusting.
Now I want to watch it. Is
I
that
would
Yeah.
have to.
It's pretty
yeah,
good.
it's the first
Movie.
I'm hearing about this. But
About an hour and a half
find this.
movie.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Damn. No, like I said, all I saw was the headline a while back, and I thought that was crazy enough.
No, and they showed like the body cam footage of when they went to the girl's house.
Yeah.
Like they told the dad and stuff like that. Yeah. He didn't do enough for me though.
What you mean?
Like he should have punched her.
Oh, right there
Yeah.
That's it, yeah.
on the body
He
cam.
did tell the cops to stay. He was like, "Can y'all
He
stay
did.
until she leaves? Because like I don't want to go to jail because this bitch is crazy."
Yeah.
And she like was like living. I don't know. She fucking had everybody faked out apparently.
So, but they were married at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so they lived together, and she's doing this crazy shit behind his back.
Yeah, telling him that she's working every day and she lost her job 6 months ago apparently. So
How do you live with somebody so nuts and not know it?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know. You got to be a
no
little
clue.
crazy yourself, you know?
it
So she
just
was sending
seems like it.
hundreds of messages a day.
Yeah, it just seems like you would know somebody's a little nutty because before it gets to the point of, cyber bullying your daughter, you would think there's other signs. You
would
don't
think,
go from
dude.
just being normal to let me go fucking make my daughter kill herself. I mean, it's
Well, and she said the first few messages weren't her. Didn't she say that?
Yeah, she said that it started as somebody random had messaged her daughter, and then she just kind of picked it back up when the messages died off.
Yeah, I just woke up one day and said,
wow.
"This'll
The
be
sheriff
fun."
was basically like, she's full of shit.
Ooh, man. But even if she's not, I'm thinking that's how you handle your child being
Yeah.
bullied.
Yep.
Is, let me jump in on this.
Yeah,
Damn.
I agree, Sheila. It doesn't sound like he was a genius either. So.
No, that's what I mean. I don't understand these people that live with these psychopaths, and then they're like, I had no idea. I had no clue. Man, it's
Not
like,
at
what the
all.
Yeah.
fuck? Then you must be just as weird as them. Like, I don't know. I mean, and look, maybe I'll be shocked one day. Maybe my wife will come out. Maybe she's a serial killer. I don't know. But it just doesn't seem like that. She goes to work. She raises kids. She does
You
whatever
don't see
normal.
it, right?
Yeah,
now.
I don't
But you
see
will
it.
one day. You're going to wake up. Yeah, it might be tomorrow
I
morning.
might be one of them people on
Friday
Netflix. Like, I had no idea.
He thought his wife was going to work too, so.
I didn't know.
Is that,
Yeah.
yeah? No
But I'm
paycheck
like,
coming
where's the
home or
paycheck?
Well,
nothing?
that's what I
Yeah,
was
where's
thinking.
the
I'm like,
paycheck,
how
you
much
know?
money do you have to make to just not realize that one whole stream of income is now gone?
It's
It's,
not even
just
there.
not coming
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess people's, finances
Unless
are
the
set up
woman's
different.
handling the bills. Maybe she was handling
Which allegedly
all
she
the
That's
was.
true.
I don't know.
That's true, Brad. I didn't think about that. Maybe he just, makes the money or whatever, and he
Yeah,
just assumes
makes
everything.
the bacon, dude. It goes
Yeah.
into the account, automatic deposit, dude. I'm just busting my ass. Maybe so. I don't.
Yeah, but they were saying that they had to, or maybe this was after, that they had to move like 4 different times because they were having financial problems.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So
because
the money
she-
wasn't coming in like that then.
She was
Oh,
just
I
saying
gotta
that
see
like
this
she had
now.
forgotten
Yeah, I
to
gotta see
pay
this
the
shit. I ain't even
bills or some
commenting no
shit.
more on
Made
it till I see
something up.
it, dude.
Yeah,
So,
she's
yeah.
like, oh, whoops, I forgot to pay that.
Damn.
Dude, give a little shout out to Mark, man. Hello, shout out from England, dude. Go ahead, Mark.
What up?
Welcome
Where's
aboard,
Mark?
man.
Mark
Y'all
from
got y'all share of problems
England.
over there too, but yeah, I'd
Yeah.
like
How's
to hear
everything
some of
going
it,
in
you know?
England, bruh?
How's everything going in England? Yeah, not too well.
Yeah, exactly.
Dahmer had deplorable long guy says Dahmer had neighbors. They didn't have a clue for a while, but they didn't live
That's
with
true.
him. No, that's not true. That's not the same deplorable long guy. They didn't live with the motherfucker. I mean, if Dahmer had a wife and then this woman says, "I didn't know he had heads in the freezer," that would,
Yeah, right.
Like, I've been
bypass that,
cooking
yeah.
people.
like my
Wipe the
neighbor.
dishes
Let's
up, right.
say
I
my
just-
neighbor could be eating bodies. I wouldn't know because I don't spy on my neighbor like that.
Maybe you should.
Maybe I should. Maybe I shouldn't.
He does kind of give those vibes out there cutting his grass every 2 days.
See?
My neighbor.
See?
Yeah.
He's out there watching it's like his grass hadn't grown yet. He's back out there cutting it. He's up to something, isn't he, Kristen?
God, I hear you.
Yeah, I'm
You should
gonna
go
watch
stand in
him.
the front yard and watch him with
Migrants
binoculars the whole time he's
alone.
cutting.
I am.
I hear you, Mark. Migrants, I get it, dude. Y'all better step up as a country, man, and take your country back. That's all I can say.
Scrimpo, that's a guy with long hair.
Yeah,
just
don't
to let you
misgender
know.
me.
It's the lead singer of Kiss.
Hey, I had someone refer to me as there at work today.
They're what?
What were we talking about?
Wait.
We were talking
They're
about I had to get my laptop back or something. And in the email, they were like, Kristen, blah, 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 blah. I can't pull it
It's
up.
like a they them thing.
Yes.
Ah,
Wow.
well, that's respectful.
So wait, they
Is it?
wait. I was so confused by the sentence you said. Somebody referred to you as what?
It's there.
There.
They.
Oh,
Like
I
they,
kept.
them.
I thought you were like their what?
Their
like
something?
Their bitch, their girlfriend. I kept waiting on.
Right.
I was lost on
There.
that.
Okay.
So somebody. Oh, okay. There is the generic pronoun now, says Sheila.
Is that what that is?
Well, I'm not one of them.
Well, that's dumb.
I am she.
See, the problem
And
is
I just was like,
I think a lot of people, they're just afraid to even offend somebody by calling them a sex, you know, so they just.
Jesus, dude.
it offended me that they didn't call me she.
Yeah. I seen people writing articles about that thing that shot up that school, and they would refer to this dude as they and shit, and it's like, stop writing that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, can
You
you
know?
believe that, Shane? And you hit on a good point right there. It's like all this MSNBC and, CNN, all this other bullshit, it's like, we're going to respect the pronouns of she, her, or whatever whatever the fuck it might be. Robin, Robert, whatever the name was.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, I mean, he's just went in there, or I should say it probably, just went in and massacred people.
And
Yeah,
then you're worried about respecting its pronouns.
That's what I was going to say.
Absolutely.
His pronoun respect went out the window when he shot up a fucking church. So
What a fucking moron.
Yep.
Yeah.
No doubt at all.
All these
man.
media groups too, man.
They all did it. They just all can't wait to get up there for some reason and just, virtue signal about, look at us, we're still using the correct pronouns for a fucking killer,
Yes.
somebody who just slaughtered children. Like it's crazy, man. But they do it. They do it because I saw, like I said, I was reading some of the articles on it, and they were referring to it as whatever the hell it wanted to be called. And I'm like, you people are nuts. Like, is that what you're concerned about right now?
Exactly.
Hurting somebody's feelings that may read that and say, you just misgendered that person. Like, get over
While
it.
school kids are praying in church, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, God.
Trying to find the email.
They hate Christianity, dude. That's what it all boils down to. I just
Find the
don't know.
email. Let's call out this person. You got their address? Phone number?
No, they didn't put which location they were.
Oh,
in.
damn it.
I looked to see because I was like, this is definitely a liberal. Like,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
DEI.
Yeah. No doubt. But what's not liberal over there in Florida? I'll tell you, Brad, did you see they're talking about ending all vaccine mandates for kids
And that's
going
a
to public
beautiful
school.
thing.
And I'm not talking about that COVID nonsense, like all of the vaccines.
All vaccines.
which
They
is
should.
fucking amazing. Yes,
Yeah.
it really
When
is.
does it come down to family choice, man?
It should,
Look,
because-
I can speak here for my own with one of my youngest grandsons that had vaccines, of course, and they stopped it. I mean, basically they stopped it because, this kid, my grandson was having seizures. He was having seizures, and they stopped it. Guess what? He has never had a seizure since in the last 2 years, But to see your little 7-year-old grandson on the floor seizuring, and
Yeah.
the ambulance has to come here and take him to the hospital, all based. And it was always par for the course, bro. He went and got a shot or whatever he had to get, which was required probably by school and the public school system. And it was crazy.
And not one, and I'm going to guess not one medical quote unquote expert said, let's look into the correlation between the vaccines and these seizures that he's having.
No, absolutely.
No, of course not. Now, that's why I think it's a big move over there in Florida, because the purpose of a vaccine is it's supposed to make you safe from whatever you're getting this
Right.
vaccine for. Now, if you choose to shoot your child up with it, that's fine. Your child, in theory, should be safe. So don't fucking worry about what I do with mine. And it was the same thing that was going on with these COVID vaccines. These people were freaking out if you weren't vaccinated, but yet the same breath, they would tell you the vaccines work. Well, if they worked, you wouldn't be in panic mode because I don't have mine.
Exactly.
And that's how all these other vaccines that they're pumping into these children ought to be looked at. Now, that's not to say some of the vaccines don't do good, but to be forcing people to do it when supposedly if you get it, you're safe from whatever ailment you're trying to, prevent.
Right.
So, but you know why that shit's mandated. That is such a huge money grab for these pharmaceutical companies. If every fucking child in the country that goes to public school has to get 20-some-odd fucking vaccines before the age of 18, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm hoping if it goes through in Florida that it's a trend across the country, man, because, I mean, there's no it just can't be coincidence that the autism rate that you see in this country, compared to the time frame of when they really started pumping us full of these vaccines. I was talking to somebody about that last night, man, and it's like every time you turn around now, somebody has a child that's autistic.
Yes.
If not more than one in the same household. Yeah. And the question I brought up was, is autism being overdiagnosed right now? Could that be the case? Or is there really an uptick in it because of something we're doing, and it seems to correlate with the time that they started pumping all these shots into these kids?
Or was it underdiagnosed before?
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. Was it underdiagnosed? I just don't remember being in school and I don't even know, lack of a better word, a kid that seemed weird. Like
You
just
didn't have nobody
running.
in the back of the class eating glue
No,
sticks?
but I'm talking about to the extent. You go in any classroom right now, and there's a half a dozen autistic kids in it. I don't remember it being like that when I was in school. Now, I know that spectrum's big, so maybe there was a few in school when I was there that were on the one end of the spectrum, and it just wasn't diagnosed, but they were a little strange, so to say. I don't know. So you're right. It could have been underdiagnosed. It just seems like nowadays it's everybody you talk to knows somebody or their child is autistic, and some of them severe.
Yeah.
So it's not like you're just making it up. There are cases. I mean, I've seen them. These kids are, they're nonverbal. They're very autistic, and it just seems like you see a lot of it nowadays compared to when you were in school. But I don't know. Maybe just didn't pay attention enough. Maybe it was around.
No. I don't believe that.
I think Florida should be the test trial because I'm kind of on the spectrum of so let's assume both are true, right? Let's assume that polio vaccines prevent polio, right? And that vaccines do cause autism, right? Let's assume both are 100% fact. Okay?
Yeah.
I would probably rather not have polio and have autism than the other way around.
But that should be a personal choice.
But
or
I guess
parent.
the only real argument that I've heard that goes against the personal choice is that they're going to public school, and what about kids that can't get vaccines for health reasons that they've had growing, All
right, DJ's compliment you. Now, repeat that again so I can take it in, because I was
Which part?
where you said about you would rather.
Okay, so I'm saying I've heard that, basically, I guess RFK's thing is that the polio vaccine doesn't prevent the polio and right? But let's assume that 100% that is a fact, and everybody knows it's a fact that the polio vaccine prevents polio, okay? And we also know that it's 100% fact that vaccines cause autism, right? We're assuming right now that both are 100% fact.
That the vaccine stops polio.
And also causes autism, right?
Okay, right.
That's what we're assuming here. Okay.
Yeah.
I would rather have autism and not polio.
Right, but shouldn't it still be a choice?
Well, but like I said, that kind of goes into the other thing of going to a public school, you're around kids that don't have the choice to get the vaccine because, maybe they're born with leukemia or some shit and they can't get the vaccine, so either they have to be excluded from public school because they're going to die if they catch, any of these diseases, or, your kid that chose not to get the vaccine.
Yeah, and I get what you're saying, but you're giving hypotheticals as if these are guarantees. Like this vaccine guarantees to stop this, and if I get the vaccine, I'm guaranteed to get autism. Neither one of those are a guarantee.
Well,
You know what I mean?
I'm just assuming.
So-
I'm assuming the polio guarantee because of the not having polio everywhere.
No,
in
but
the
that's
United
not.
States,
But I'm gonna tell you the history on that. By the time that vaccine was developed, polio had dropped in the world already. Before
Right.
that, because it was herd immunity had already started to take over.
Yes.
and that's why I'm throwing out the hypotheticals.
There's more injuries from the polio vaccine than there was from polio.
True.
You know, that's what I'm saying. So if we're going by hypotheticals, I see what you're saying. But if I know there's a risk that this polio vaccine could do some harm to my child, or it could also, this other vaccine could also give my child autism, I should have a choice to say, I don't want either. I don't give a fuck what condition your kid's in. My thoughts are with my kid. You know, I mean, I have sympathy if your kid can't take the vaccine for whatever reason, but that's not my concern in life. My concern is my child, and I should have the choice to not have to take a risk with my kid, is what I'm saying. I get your point if we were talking hypotheticals, but like I said, nothing's really guaranteed.
I guess-
It's kind of like the flu shot. You know, it's not guaranteed that you're not going to get the flu because that's a crock of shit.
No,
too.
it's not at all, and neither was COVID. But
Right.
I guess it kind of goes to somebody's sets of kids are going to have to be forced to not go to public school, right?
Sure.
And it's either going to be the anti-vax or the kids that were born with some sort of ailment that would not let them get a vaccine.
Right.
So then it goes to choosing whose kids don't go.
Sure. Yeah, no, and I get it, man. I just think forcing the amount of vaccines that they do into these kids is wrong. Because I said that, a fucking few paragraphs back, that I do believe vaccines have their place. There's probably some that are, very important.
I agree.
But there's no way at the level that they pump that shit into these babies. There's no way that's necessary. I refuse to believe that shit because the track record shows that it's not. The problem is you have to actually go other places to hear those kind of stats, i.e. somebody Joe Rogan brings on.
Right.
A scientist, a doctor, an RFK, because the mainstream media is never going to let you hear that, ever.
Well,
and if you think the mainstream media is not bought and paid for by pharmaceutical companies, anybody out there that believes other than that is sadly mistaken. So,
Yeah,
and I'm not talking to you,
don't pay
Justin. I'm
attention.
talking to the people in the comments. Believe what you want. Keep pumping this shit into your systems. If you think the media is on your side and these pharmaceutical companies are looking out for you, good luck is all I can tell you.
Just look what they did with COVID, dude.
Sheila, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Sorry. Let me get the shit. Sheila, you wouldn't be here without vaccines. Okay. For one, you can't prove that.
That's
Okay.
right.
That
100%,
there's
dude.
no way you can prove that. So you can't throw out statements like that. Now,
Right.
another thing, I never said all vaccines. I'm talking about at the scale that they pump them out and make these kids get them. There's no way that's necessary. There's no way. It can't be that necessary, man. We have immune systems for a reason. You know what I
If it's
mean?
pneumonia vaccines.
And, well, what has the life expectancy in America particularly looked like from the inception of mass vaccines to now?
Well, let's find out. But the problem is you can search that, but who's giving you these stats?
Right.
You know what I mean? Everything is fucking swayed.
You think Big
that's the
Pharma's behind
problem.
it?
Right. It's going to lead me to, some government shit that's going to tell you, or, something with a Pfizer fucking, sponsorship on it, telling me that life is 20 years now more expectancy than ever since vaccines. So I don't know, because I was about to look it up, but I don't know. I mean, we're just going to trust the answer. I don't doubt our life expectancy is longer than it was in previous times.
Oh, absolutely,
But a
dude.
lot of
Yeah,
it is
absolutely, dude.
because
Well, that's why I'm
of
just
medical
saying since
interventions.
then.
Yeah, and a lot of it's to do with just the way that the medical procedures have advanced, and knowledge that we have now of things that do harm you. You know what I mean? So I don't doubt it's changed. It would just be hard to I don't know, to just tie it to vaccines unless there's multiple studies that are saying this. And there may be. I don't know. Look it up. Look it up and tell me what the numbers say. And then let's see who's reporting it, you know. Because like I said, I believe vaccines have their place. My argument is as much as they pump into these children, I just don't believe it's necessary. Nope. Could be wrong. I mean, I'm not a fucking doctor, but, you know, Dr. Fauci was a doctor, and he was a piece of shit. So that doesn't really mean anything, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I just can't. It blows my mind, the people that blindly follow anybody that's giving you something that they're profiting off of. It's like a car salesman telling you this is the best car you'll ever own. Dude, it's no different than that. And I'm not saying don't buy the car. I'm just saying do some fucking research, you know?
Jason's talking about the Amish. They don't have vaccines or anything like that, and they're chilling over there.
That's it. They live their life.
Yes. They really are. They're
So,
isolated. Yeah, I agree.
In the
100%.
U.S., right, so in March 1967, the public health officials announced that the measles vaccine was coming out, right? So that's kind of what I based my search on. So in 1950, the life expectancy was approximately 68 years old. In 2024, it was 79 and a quarter years old.
Yeah.
So
that's since
11 years.
That's the inception of vaccines.
No, that I just searched when did mass vaccines become a normal thing in the USA, and it kind of brought up the like the measles vaccine. So I kind of went from 67 till now, and it brought me from 1950 to now.
See,
but
that's what I mean. So there's really no
definite
right. And there's so many other variables to why our life expectancy is longer.
Right,
now.
no doubt.
And actually, ours compared to a lot of countries around the world is shit.
Well,
you know what I mean?
And I also wonder that about like the food that we talk about, right? With the poisons in the food, but so it's like life expectancy is going up, but our medication's getting worse, our vaccines are getting worse, our foods are getting worse, our air quality is getting worse, right?
Yeah.
So
I get it, man, and you know, like I said, it all goes back to I'm sure vaccines have their place. You know,
and I agree with you. I think you should have that choice.
Yes.
Right.
But when you throw a COVID vaccine or a pneumonia vaccine out, it's like, is it really tested? Has it gone through the FDA through 6? You look at the flu vaccine. I wouldn't take that shit today, but going 10 years back, people did it, man. But because it was tested, even though, look, we're giving you a vaccine for the affluenza. You know, well, guess what? The prominent one this year is the C.
They're guessing the strain. Now, here's the problem with going through tests is that you only have them companies only have to report their findings. So, like, they don't have to sit. Or I say their finding, whatever findings they want to report.
Absolutely,
that's what they get to report. How is that even legal? Because you know they don't have to show you the full test and everybody they tried this shit on. All they have to do is show you the one that they want to show you. They do these things privately. You know what I mean? They show that information to the FDA. The FDA says, oh, yeah, well, this paper looks good. Go ahead. So how is that even a thing? Like, that is the worst way.
It really isn't, dude. Yeah, I agree with you, man.
It's crazy that they're allowed to do that. And it's these pharmaceutical companies, man. They are so powerful. And nobody's going to tell them no.
Shano, I mean, when you look at it, it's like pharmaceutical, big ag, big pharma, you know, big government. They're all in beds. I mean, you look at the food pyramid, man, that they have today, and it's like it's all shit, dude. I don't believe anything, you know.
Right.
And look, it's amazing how you look at stats and you sit here and you look back, and it's like, dude, over half the population in the United States are vaccinated. I see from people I know, man, and people I've talked to, because I've run across a lot of people, that they wish they would have never taken those vaccines.
Of course.
I'm going COVID vaccine.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, and they pushed it upon people, and they destroyed lives. They destroyed companies. They destroyed businesses. They destroyed, it just, and and they would do it again if they had the opportunity. Why? Because of money.
Of course. Absolutely. And you're damn right. I believe they're going to continue to try to do it.
They're not going to
like,
stop.
Matter of fact, this shit going on in Florida right now where they're trying to stop this, they're going to fight with everything they have to not allow that to happen.
Absolutely.
And they're going to all base it on public safety.
Yes.
You know, and it's kind of like what Mark is saying right now that, you know, it can be a choice, but do you have a problem if your child spreads these diseases? Well, it's simple as if you're a concerned parent, then get your child the vaccines and you don't have to worry about what my child is spreading.
Absolutely.
You know, if anybody's that concerned, because they give these motherfuckers out for free, just go get all the shots you want. You know what I mean? They sit there and signs on Walgreens, come get your flu shot. You know, it's like, so just that's the way I see it, that if you're that concerned, take it. And if you have that much faith in these vaccines, then you shouldn't worry about who's spreading it. Because it can't spread to you, you're safe. You took the vaccine. If you do believe if you believe you're not safe, then you don't believe in these vaccines, and you're just taking them just in case. You know what I mean? And I'm not putting that shit in me just in case.
Nope.
I'm not doing
Not
it.
happening.
And I'm almost regretting that I did that shit to the kids. But before all this came to light, see, what brought a lot of this to light was this COVID stuff.
Yes.
You know, the vaccine, and then when you really started finding out what went on and how dirty and corrupt of a system that can be, well, then it started making people question everything. Yeah. So then you start listening to people and the receipts that like RFK Jr. and shit brings when he talks about all this shit, and it really opens your eyes to just how just sick of an industry that is, and how they don't give a fuck about you or your child that they're putting this shit into. And if you think
no
otherwise, you're out of your damn mind. They don't
look up James
care.
O'Keefe, dude, with all the undercover operations that he's done with, if it's Johnson & Johnson scientist or if it's Moderna, Pfizer, all of these people. It doesn't have to be that. If it's people with the NSA or if it's with the CDC, all these people they've interviewed under camera, on camera, and it's just like, dude, these people will tell you straight up that it's all bullshit, dude.
Yeah.
It's all about profit. That's what it's all about.
That's true.
You know?
And Robert brings up Operation Warp Speed. That's true. That, to me, that was one of Trump's. You know, he's got to live with that now. You know, because that was pushed by Trump.
Yeah.
But that doesn't
Which
mean
was-
anything. That was him getting that fucking vaccine out as fast as possible. He wanted to take credit for that.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, you wanted credit, you got it. You know,
got it, dude.
Right. And as a Trump, I voted for Trump, but I was never pumping that shit into me because I'm not in a cult. You know, I don't give a fuck what Trump says. I'm not pumping that shit into my body. Yep. You know, as far as voting, I just figured he was the best option that we had, the way that the country was going.
Because we all have friends, man. And look, I didn't take the vaccine, nor would I ever. I don't care if you offered me $10,000 or like, what's his name? De Blasio, where you can get a free burger and fries.
You remember that shit?
Yeah, remember that shit? Yeah, fuck a burger, fuck fries, dude. Even fuck a Dr. Pepper, dude, over it. But even, I would never do it. And Shane, you and I talk off air all the time, man. It's like, it'll probably be the death of us because of Western medicine, dude. You know, I am not a Western medicine guy. And look, I believe in antibiotics because I think they have their place, man. But all this bullshit, cholesterol medicines, and oh god, dude, I think it's all about diet. And you know, for Sheila to say that RFK is not a doctor, no, he's not. But he's a pretty healthy guy at 70-something years old.
Right,
you know?
he's not, but he's done so much research about everything from the environment. I mean, he went to war with people over the environment and shit.
Absolutely.
You know, winning court cases. It's not like he's just throwing out shit and hoping it sticks. I mean, he was winning shit in court because of the receipts that he was bringing about what people were doing to the environment. Now he's big on his health kick. So for somebody that is so obsessed with trying to keep people healthy, why the hate? You know,
exactly.
why?
I
Now,
don't get it, dude.
Here's what we're gonna do though, Brad, because Gregory isn't happy about me and you talking, so we're gonna shut up. Kristen and Justin, y'all got the floor. Go.
Yep, go ahead.
Hey,
dude,
Greg.
I'm out.
Hey, the Conjuring movie comes out Friday.
Does it?
Yeah. I'm going to see it.
How many are there?
Keep it going. I'm gonna get a drink.
Like 7.
I've watched part of one.
Do you like scary movies?
You're talking like Kristen.
Yeah, but
you're
it's
talking
just
about
so odd.
the latest Conjuring movie that's coming out. I
Yeah,
heard
the last
something
one.
where there was priests giving like Exorcist or something.
Yeah, at some of the movie theaters.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But
I've
they
seen
have,
all.
like,
I've
real
seen all
footage.
before that, and it's great. I love it. You know, it's crazy shit, dude.
I need to watch the new Final Destination.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Did you? Was it good?
I hate 'em, man.
It wasn't as gory like as the old ones.
Yes.
Too
Lame. What?
Come on, y'all two got the
What
floor.
you said?
I can't talk. We can't talk no more, dude.
You
So
cut out.
Who are you talking about?
You did. You said
Oh.
half a word and was gone.
Oh, it was just not a good movie. I wouldn't waste
Movie.
your money on it.
Nah. Well,
Oh, welcome back. We sat in silence.
NC says the movie sounds demonic.
It is.
Yeah, that's
I
the point.
believe it is, dude. Yeah, absolutely. But
They have
look,
like
man, if you
real
get your faith in
footage
God-
of the exorcisms and
Yeah.
well, I don't know if it's exactly that, but of Ed and Lorraine Warren in it.
Matt Rife just bought all their shit.
Yes, and I want
Did
to
he
go
really?
so bad.
Yeah,
he
he
bought
bought
the like
the-
museum.
The museum and the house and I guess the Annabelle doll and shit.
Yeah, everything's still in it.
Wow.
I want to go.
Let's do it. Let's make a fucking podcast from there, man. I'm in, dude.
Oh, let's do
know?
some paranormal investigating. Yes.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Let's
yes.
do it.
Kristen, what would you do if you saw a fucking ghost in a dark house? As you come walking out of a bedroom door and you look down a long hallway and there's some freaky looking fucking figure
Like the
standing.
nun. I have
Yeah.
a real fear of like real life nuns. I think they are the scariest thing on this earth.
Well, they're mean as fuck. You ever seen them in movies? and shit?
Just
ever
the
seen
whole
slapping somebody with their ruler.
the like
scary.
outfit, and they're just really freaky. So if I saw a nun, that's where I draw the line.
That's it.
I'm leaving. Yeah.
A nun? Okay, I
Yes.
like it. I like it. What
So
is
no
up?
nuns.
I want to talk to the weird, deplorable veteran and give him a shout out. He's back.
What up?
Hello.
Just want to give him a big shout out. But anyway, if you're just tuning in, we are BSing with the guys and the blonde head girl. If y'all haven't subscribed, please hit that button.
Yes.
Every subscribe we get, one puppy's life is saved. So let's keep
Look
hitting.
at
Let's
what
keep
Jason
doing
said.
it. Where's Jason? I
funny.
think we should bring back the days where Sheila and other Sheilas weren't allowed to vote. I kind of like that.
I agree with them, dude.
Yeah, Sheila don't like anything we're talking about, but she was
but-
tuned in, so we
Man,
do
she's
appreciate
here,
it.
man.
We don't all have
She
to agree with each
subscribed,
other.
dude.
That's one thing we say on this show. We don't all have to agree. Just I don't get the, a lot of times in the comments it just gets very fucking nasty when the name called, and it's like, I mean, I didn't know we were in a country where everybody had to agree, but apparently that's how leftists feel. And
Yeah.
as soon as they find out you might lean a little right, that's it. The claws come out,
You're done, dude.
Oh, everybody's
Yeah,
pedo
you're
supporters and whatever else fucking terms they're coming up with. But
Yeah.
Conjuring, so we're in Louisiana, dude. There's got to be a lot of haunted.
Yeah, the
you know,
Myrtles plantation.
Yeah.
You can go
Myrtle.
stay there. I
There's
like.
got to
go
be
there.
somewhere we can go. Or
But
you
I'm
can
not
go.
going by
Horrible long
myself.
guy.
No, Myrtles.
Said
man. We have to do
the
a
nunnery.
podcast from the
No.
Myrtles, dude. Yeah.
Nope, I know what that place is, and I am not going.
What?
No, you're coming. It
The
doesn't-
nunnery
Yeah,
in
you're
Covington.
coming.
Yeah.
The nunnery?
You're
Well, what's
Dude,
the nunnery?
I'm telling you, if I see a nun, I will have a heart attack and die.
Too bad.
Yeah.
That would make good footage, though.
Really?
You should go.
great
Yeah,
content.
you ought to go. You'd be like
Yeah.
the girl on the streets. You go out and get our info out there. You can go stay overnight and report back to us. So we'll send you there next weekend to the nunnery. And
We
if
can
you
all
ma-
go.
if
We can
if you
vlog
no,
it. We can go
just,
live.
Just you, and if you make it back, you can let us know how it was.
We'll just do it next Wednesday. Kristen can go and just go live from the nunnery.
Bro, 1919 must have been fucking awesome.
So that's what happened.
1920 is where it all just in Google when the country started going to shit, and I promise you it'll say about 1921.
Yeah, that's what it
That's
says.
what it fact checked it. So there you go. I'm kidding. Women, we love
You're
y'all.
not, dude. It's
I know
okay.
I'm not. They should let them vote. I mean, why vote? I mean, really,
It really is. It's all bullshit.
yeah, it is.
We control by a higher source than Trump, so it doesn't matter, dude.
Kristen, they want you to wear a nun uniform next time.
Maybe
So-
for Halloween.
Yeah, there you go.
Go scare some children.
Tell them to give them your OnlyFans link.
They freak me out.
OnlyFans?
That and nuns.
Nuns.
And nuns. You don't like nuns. All right, here we
No.
go.
So what's up with the Epstein victim's lawyer talking today at I guess they were at the White House?
I don't know. I saw it come across and I was busy as shit, so I just kind of scrolled past it. I was hoping you had some details. What that was Epstein's client's lawyer, you said?
So it was the victim's lawyer was up there. Apparently they're trying to get some bill passed, the victims and the lawyer, to basically release everything.
Right.
Like they want everything released. And according to him, Trump was the only one that would help when he was calling back in 2009 to try to get information on Epstein. Trump was just like, I'll give you anything you want, you know?
Saw that, huh, dude? Yes.
Yeah, and
Nobody else would step up.
he
dude.
had said that a while back, but he was kind of just reiterating it today, saying that like Trump was basically the only person that they didn't have to go through a deposition with, because he was just like, yeah, anything you want, like we'll talk, no
Anytime,
problem.
man, I'll come meet you.
So
Yeah.
it kind of led to a confusion by, I guess, the victims and the lawyer of why he wouldn't release these files, because the lawyer is like, there's no reason he wouldn't want to release him because he's helped us in the case. He's not involved with this. So, like I said, if we believe it or not, I don't know, but we as in America, you know, as a whole.
As a whole.
So
I did hear that though, Justin. I did hear that Trump was like the most open person
Yeah.
about all of that bullshit. You know.
So then what's the hold up now then when it comes to
That's
Trump
what the
and his-
victims are wondering.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
why about face on that? Because the way that this guy sounded, like he was all Trump's like, hey, I'm here, whatever you need, let's do this, and then he becomes president, and it's like, just get over it, just get over it, you know.
Move
I don't
on.
know.
Right.
It's such a crazy case, man.
Isn't it crazy, dude?
It's one of them,
deep,
dude. That shit's gonna be talked about for decades because there's never gonna be an end to this.
No.
Ever.
Yeah, because it says, they were at Capitol Hill is where they were today.
Yeah.
A House committee released 33,000 pages of files Tuesday night, but most, if not all, the information was already known. So they were basically at Capitol Hill like, why the fuck are y'all playing with us? Release this shit.
It's true.
So,
Yeah.
I agree. 100%.
I don't know. I'm still lost on why, the big secrecy around it now with this
that's
administration.
exactly what that lawyer was asking.
Yeah,
that
it makes-
lawyer and the victims were like, what is going on? Like,
Yeah, it really makes no sense if what he's saying is true. As far as Trump was being, all forthcoming before,
Yeah.
as far as let's do this.
which as the victim's lawyer, like,
why would you say that?
he-
Right.
If anything, he'd be up there like, we're going to get this motherfucker, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, being the victim's lawyer, you're right. The last thing you think he'd do is get up there and lie to say, yeah, Trump was, he was
Yeah,
helping
if that
us,
won't kill you in a future court case, I don't know what
Yeah.
will, It's like, well, you were on camera saying that he did nothing,
Yeah. Damn.
It's true.
Well, like I said, we'll never hear the truth behind any of that. I don't expect to. It'll be, right along there with the JFK and all that bullshit. So,
Ubatards, right? I don't know. The victims can give names. The headline of this article actually says, Epstein victims say they'll compile their own list. Quote, stay tuned. So.
okay. All right.
So they're like, you don't want to release them?
And Jason's right, man. JFK was the last president. That it really wasn't. It almost seemed like he was actually trying to do positive things for the country, and they weren't having any of that shit. It's like that's not what we're here for. Damn it, Boom, there he goes, brains all over his lap. That's what
I
happens.
don't know much about JFK, dude.
Well,
It's very true, man. When you talk about the Jews,
he's very
in this country.
open-minded. You get it?
He is.
He-
Sorry.
That is crazy.
a little sarcasm there, dude.
Couldn't help it. So anyway.
He wanted us back on the gold standard. I agree with you. And
Yeah,
I mean,
that had to be
fuck
one of
on
the
that end, dude.
it was one of
that's
the
never-
dumbest things that we did was in that gold standard.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know why. I mean, I guess there's a financial reason like that it happened, but you know, I don't know why. You know, I never heard an excuse on why they did that.
You know, you make a good point there, Shane. I don't know why either. That we got off the gold standard, just a matter of just print dollars, and here we are, you know, 50 years, 60 years later, we're just 36 trillion in debt. It's just there's changes coming, though, man. I mean, and I'm sure if anybody follows stocks out there and the whole market, if it's real estate, if it's the money supply out there, there's changes coming, and I do believe it's about control. You know, New World Order kind of shit.
Well.
But the American dollar, it's about gone. Shit's gonna change forever, as you know it. You know.
Speaking of stocks, we should have all jumped on American Eagle because they said it has surged 25%.
Yeah.
After all that shit.
Oh, with Sweeney.
Yes.
Son of a
Yes.
bitch.
Brad, Justin, y'all supposed to be the fucking stock market watchers and shit. Why didn't y'all say, hey, look, take everything you have.
10,000 on that, dude. I just didn't want to.
You didn't say shit, huh?
Asshole.
Yeah, I tried to remortgage the house, and they just wouldn't give it to me. I was going to put it all down, dude.
Yeah.
Now, look, this headline I read, Justin, honestly, when I read it, this one I'm about to tell you about, I thought about you at first, and I was thinking, I better text him to make sure he's still okay. It said, 2 friends agree to shoot each other in the head while wearing Kevlar helmets. One of them is now charged with murder. I was like, where is Justin was the first thing I thought.
They just haven't arrested me yet, dude. They trying.
Sounds
What
like
is a
some
Kevlar helmet?
bulletproof supposedly,
material.
you know, like a vest. Yeah. But
it still gives you blunt force trauma. Like
that's
it
the
stops
problem.
the bullet, but
that's
it'll
the
still-
problem. These fucking idiots don't understand, man. But yeah, it said 2 pals, they took turns shooting each other in the head with a rifle while wearing this helmet inside of a home. One man is now being charged with the other's murder. Sean O'Donnell, 37 years old. He was taken into custody at his home in Houston, Texas, in connection with the shooting. They 2 pals were inside of O'Donnell's home firing at each other with a rifle. How fucking
idiots.
stupid can you be?
Yeah.
And one of them was seriously injured by the gunfire. Surprise, surprise. Now, there was the guy, he was from Britain, man. He was British. For some reason, he was down here and said, let's play with guns. I don't think they have a lot of guns over there, do they?
I've heard they don't. No.
That's why. He didn't even know what this was. That's not fair. But
Well, and I mean, it happens so much more often than you would think it does. This is the 3rd story I've heard of between bulletproof vests and helmets, and one guy was phone books, but one of them, he had a bulletproof vest on, and he was getting his friend to shoot him, and the friend missed the bulletproof vest and like hit him in the fucking neck or some shit.
yeah.
One of them, he was TikTok influencing and wanted to see. I don't know if he wanted to see or wanted to prove that his stacked phone books on his chest could stop. I think they were shooting like 357 mag, but the phone books did not stop the bullet. Huh? So, but yeah, he talked his girlfriend into shooting him, and she did it. And yeah, he's no longer with us.
What a dumb fuck.
Well, let me ask you something. I guess.
Would I do that? No.
No, but if both people agree, should there ever be any charges pressed?
No.
I mean, if you got 2 idiots that are willing to shoot at each other,
Only
I mean,
if there's a signed waiver.
I guess so, because honestly, then it's a dead man's
Yes,
word, so to
exactly
say,
right.
against the
I
law.
think
So
we should be able to duel like they were in like the Wild West. Like honestly,
they say there's some places you can. I forget what state or something.
I think you
but
can fist fight. You can't duel.
Yeah, let's duel. Let's do it now. The craziest sentence in this whole article is it says, now this is the media. You know, this is there's so much knowledge about firearms. It says it's not clear exactly why he died while wearing the helmet, though the headgear. Yeah, like what the fuck do you? Like,
Right.
he got shot in the head.
Yeah, bullet.
So the media think, well, he's had a helmet on. You know, he had a helmet, and I'm like, it's what you said, Justin. It's not the bullet that always kills you. But now I know. Speaking of that, that's how Johnny Knoxville got his start. You know, dude from Jackass. He decided to take a bullet to the chest with a bulletproof vest on. Yeah, for a magazine back in the day before he was ever the jackass. I mean, making no money at all, and decided this was going to be a good article. I'm gonna let these guys shoot me in the fucking chest. And
Sounds terrible. I mean, for the right amount of money, I might try it with metal plates.
well,
But
I'm
Kevlar,
sure no, no. But I mean, it worked for Knoxville. I mean, I guess if you get shot with a 38,
works. Like, it'll stop it. But even
God, it's gotta
9 mil, 38, like, it breaks ribs
yeah.
with
absolutely.
Kevlar.
Bullet
hurt.
wound piercing.
What are you talking?
Is that
David.
the ear?
Bullet wound piercing is a thing.
I've seen that with the ears. Like, they'll shoot their earlobe. It usually doesn't leave too clean of a hole, but, you know.
That's crazy.
Well, the Florida Balloon guy, he wants to bring back jousting. That would be interesting.
I would
Jousting
watch
would be
that.
cool.
Yeah.
I would too. Yeah, they could put that shit on Netflix, man. Like that would be awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it don't have
Dude,
to
I
be
want to give a
horses.
shout out to this
No.
chick out there, man.
Which one?
Angela Lore, man. This guy at the bottom right is sexy looking.
The guy on the
Beard
bottom right is
glasses.
sexy. He is too.
Yeah.
He is super sexy, man.
Thank
He
you,
is.
Angela.
He is.
DM me your number if you would. Yeah, absolutely. I'm all in. Love it.
Damn it. He's married, Angela.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. God damn it.
Take
Move on. But thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So, Justin, I want to say, I say all that to say I'm glad that wasn't you and one of your dumbass friends shooting each other in the head.
It wasn't yet.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
I know. I just gave you an idea. Like, damn, wait a second.
They
I
keep
bet we can
posting
do
these
it.
articles, and hey,
Yeah.
figure out how to get famous one way or another.
I did, didn't they say
Hey,
Trump?
Justin in Toronto. I'm not a dude.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where? All four guys are good looking?
Call them out, Kristen. Absolutely. Damn, they fucking Canadians, dude. You know,
I heard they don't know how to tell out there.
it's hard for them, dude. Yeah.
What?
I don't know if it's a snow or whatever it might be.
Galactic Atoll, or whatever the hell that is, wants to know, what are we talking about here? Well, let me fill you in. Anything and everything. We are BSing with the guys, and this is what we do once a week. We go live, talk a little shit about everything going on in the world, and we're glad that you're able to join us. Make sure you subscribe.
Yep,
And
please.
now,
What the
back to the
hell
news.
is Barry talking about?
Where's Barry? Where? Y'all had no business. Is that one you're talking about?
This one here.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Bring it back up.
Right there.
When God turned, I'm going to go ahead. When God turned this motherfucker back over to me, what the fuck are y'all? Oh, okay. I can't deal with this. That hurt my head.
I was just curious. What?
I don't even know if he knows what he's talking about, so
Okay.
it's going to be hard for me to figure it out.
Next.
Next.
Next
Anymore.
call.
Oh, Galactic's from
Nothing beats
Australia.
a Jet 2 holiday.
I want to read this one, man. It says, let's see. Judge awards family nearly $1 billion for a botched delivery of baby at Utah hospital. He blasted as the most dangerous place place on the planet. My God, a Utah judge awarded a family nearly $1 billion, the largest in the state's history, after a hospital was so negligent in handling a baby girl's delivery that she likely suffered a lifetime of disabilities. That shit happens a lot, though, really, during birth. I mean, but like, what, trying to see what justified the $1 billion.
Did they like rip her arm off or
My
something?
God, man, it wasn't delivered. After a long overdue C-section, a suit claimed the baby would have been better off delivered in a bathroom or gas station or in a hut somewhere in Africa than in this hospital. Jeez,
Bro, what is this man talking about?
which one?
Which one?
I am-
He's on the wrong live.
I think he's one of those like doomsday preppers. That's the vibes I'm getting.
Well, yeah, you got to slow down a little bit, dude. Like,
I don't even know
small
what-
sentences, bro. We're from Louisiana. Like, I can't
We didn't
keep up with
graduate
it.
high school.
Finish high school, dude. Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah.
I miss Steve
Steve Irwin
Irwin
was a
too,
dog.
man. He was.
I really do. Yeah, I
R.I.P.
miss Steve Irwin. Yeah.
Such a good dude.
His kids
I know-
are carrying on the legacy, though.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
know a lot
Big
more
time.
people I'd like a stingray to kill than him.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yeah.
damn it.
Hey, did y'all see that college girl who put her like dead baby in a closet or something?
Wasn't she from, like, she was on a dance team, a cheerleader or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yes,
that was
I
it
heard about
Kentucky?
that.
I feel like it was.
It was a
Kentucky.
blue. I remember
think
it was a
it
blue. Yeah, I remember it was
In
a
a
blue
closet,
uniform.
right? In a trash
So what did
bag
she
Yeah.
do?
closet or some
She
shit?
gave
Yeah.
birth.
I think it died.
Oh, so how much trouble she getting in?
I don't know.
I don't know, but I've been hearing about it for years, so apparently some sort of trouble.
Been
Oh,
hearing
it's
about
been a while. I just heard
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
no, that shit just happened, huh?
It just-
I-
No, not the
you
one
know
in the
what,
dumpster. This is a new
No,
girl.
no, no, no. I saw one probably 2 years ago that was the same scenario. College dorm room. She stuck it in the closet. It was buried under some blankets, and like a student aide or some shit happened upon the dead
Oh.
baby.
Well, I don't know. It says I'm pulling it up right now. That's why we have the internet.
Yes.
University of Kentucky cheerleader 21 arrested after a newborn is found dead inside of a black trash bag and closet. Now, this is from September 1st. She was cuffed Sunday after cops were called about an unresponsive baby. So this just happened.
Yes.
Officers
That's a
found the
movie,
infant wrapped
yeah.
in a towel inside of a black trash
We're on the
bag.
same page. Yeah, absolutely. It's crazy. Huh?
Wow. Snelling was confirmed to be the baby's mother. The newborn was pronounced dead at the scene. The cheerleader was interviewed by officers and admitted to giving birth, citing police reports. The new mother has been charged with abuse of a corpse. So, okay. So, concealing the birth of an infant. So, apparently the baby was dead at birth because they're not saying murder. Yeah, that's... I don't know. I don't even want to get into that subject on what you do with that. You know, if you didn't actually kill the baby, I mean, I know you can't just go throwing a fucking corpse
I
away.
just
or
don't know,
whatever.
why not call the police?
Yeah,
or
especially right. That is true. That's very true. Like because
like
you
you're
did
not going to
noth-
get in trouble.
right. You did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't
or
get
go
it.
to the fucking hospital. You got to know you're
Yeah.
giving birth.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I
mean,
hear
when
these
you have
stories of
class
I
to
didn't even
get to.
yeah,
You know,
cheerleading. That's probably what just so involved in what she was doing, you know, as far as this cheerleading stuff, that the last thing that was going to stop her was having a baby. You know, it was just very selfish act because I
Yeah.
just can't think of any other reason. Like Kristen said, call somebody. I mean, so you just wrap the baby up and stick it in a trash bag, dead or alive. I mean, what the hell? I don't know. The people are just out of their fucking minds.
Thank God. He
But-
was weird.
Oh, he's gone.
Someone banned him.
Oh, you can do that? Cool.
I don't know who did it. Thanks,
Man.
guys. He was.
Oh, Justin. Yeah, moderator did it.
Johnny
Chicago
cray
is
cray.
gay. Diddy is gay. Diddy was just
Hello,
seen-
Johnny Five.
Everybody's gay. Where's Johnny Five at?
Five's on?
there.
Where's
Johnny
that, dude?
Five, what's going on,
Johnny
buddy?
Five, baby. He heard from you.
Yeah, it was too inconvenient to give birth to a child. And I don't know.
So true.
I just don't see what you thought the outcome. Now you hear a lot of those stories about
Yeah.
that, you know. And
Well, that's what I was going to say. Apparently, college chicks giving birth in the dorm room and throwing the babies away is more common than I thought.
well, and they have places you can bring these kids.
Fire
I mean,
department.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean that's what I mean. There's no excuse for that.
Or
'cause
even
not-
like this girl, the baby died.
supposedly. I mean that's what they're.
Were you just
Saying.
gonna keep it in the closet?
Yeah, like what were you gonna do with it? Like take it
Yeah.
out, Thursday when the trash comes? Like what? I don't.
So
That's just so weird, you know.
It is.
That's where your mind goes.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know. I don't know. But then
Ooh, I did see that. The
What?
weird, deplorable veteran. The lady driving around with 2 dead kids in the suitcase.
I thought it was
from us.
3.
Did we
huh?
talk about that?
what? No.
There's
what
3
the
of them. I
hell?
think it was
I
her
saw
sister's
that.
kids.
Yes, it was.
Yes. Yeah.
They were like very, very young kids, and they were wrapped up in like a container in her trunk,
Yep.
and she
Yeah,
was
the
just
cops
driving
pulled
around with them.
over for a traffic stop, and
Yeah, I watched
next
the
thing
body
they
cam
start, like,
footage.
what do
It
you
was
have? And they starting to
Yeah.
smell, and and it was like, holy shit, dude! They got 2
Mm-hmm.
babies in here, 2 kids in here, And I think she was like whoring herself or something out there, It was crazy shit. But I
Yeah.
did see that video on that. Yeah, pretty. nuts.
I missed that one. Totally.
I saw
what- are
the
they both
body
cutting out
cam
for you too?
footage.
Were they
They
what?
both.
Are they cutting out?
Who?
Brad and Kristen?
No.
No?
No.
Oh.
You having technical
Just you.
difficulties?
Yeah, okay.
No, I see you perfectly fine.
Okay.
You can't see me.
Anyway. Just forget about it. Just forget about it. Anyway.
Oh,
That's that dummy.
that's him.
That's that idiot talking about everybody else's service. Pay your bills, boy. Fucking cable's just done.
Yeah.
So wait, I missed the thing. I was in the comments. Now
So-
whose kids was it? Her sisters.
Her sister's
Did-
kids.
So who killed the kids?
She did. She beat them.
Oh, okay. Damn.
But she said, so like the first one, they were staying in like a hotel room. And the first one, she like disciplined them and it died.
Yeah.
So she like kept it in her trunk. And then something happened with the other one. She disciplined them or something and then put them in the trunk. And
Jesus.
just kept them there until she got like pulled over and the cops smelled something.
Yep.
Yeah.
I saw that
Insane.
whole video. I mean, it's like, how sick are fucking people out there,
Yeah.
dude? It just, it's I
It's
don't know, man.
crazy.
It is. It's nuts, man. You're flesh and blood, you know? And it's like,
I know.
dude, you just dispose of people like that. I don't know.
Justin in Toronto. I want to give you a shout out. Thanks for checking it out. Sorry you have to live in Canada. I do apologize for that. I guess it could be worse, but no, I'm just picking on you. Thanks for joining, brother. Make sure you subscribe. So yeah, Brad, it boils down to people are fucking crazy, dude. That's
People are
the only
fucking
way
nuts,
to,
man.
yeah, the only way to
You know?
describe it.
Yeah.
So, Canada rules, Leonard says. It may. Never been. I hear
Nah.
shit stories, but that's probably, I mean, like I said, I've never been to, really prove those stories, but
But
I
Shane,
do-
to change the subject a little bit, have you
No,
heard
please.
about the military strike? And I mean, I say military strike, but the military strike against that Venezuela boat, man.
Oh,
Did
I
you
saw
see
that today.
Yeah, did you
I
saw
kind
that?
of, yeah, it was another headline. I got to
Yeah.
freaking skim across. So that was something to do with the cartel over there?
It was the what is it, the trade is it the trade augur? I can't really pronounce it correctly, but whatever drug cartel they have over there had a boat of 11 people bringing drugs into the United States, and Trump said that ain't happening, dude. So they put an airstrike on them. It was a pretty good video.
Yeah, and
Look at it, dude.
and the little bit I heard about it, that Maduro was over there like complaining, like he doesn't like the attack on, their, because he's looking at it like on their their government or whatever, and and it's like,
Yeah, and the left is out there, man. They're touting us. This is crazy. I mean, God, we're gonna get in another war, and it's like,
with
dude, we're trying to
Venezuela.
stop- dude, we're trying to stop dope from coming into the country, And
Fuck
we
Venezuela.
talked about that off of air. We talked about it off air today about the dope that's out there today, and it's crazy,
Yeah.
man. The shit that they bringing into this country,
I like how we're gonna go to war.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna go to war with California. Like, calm the fuck down. Jesus.
It'll be okay.
On a side note, elephants are born weighing 250 pounds. Did y'all know that?
I would
Dang.
figure as much. Yeah, I would.
Well,
I
now
thought
you
it'd be
know.
more. Yeah, now I know. Thank you. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said
But
they
on
are
another note, man, did you hear all the left wing media was like, Trump disappears for the weekend?
yeah, wasn't he dying?
God, he was dying.
Yeah.
Major
He
health
died and came
issues,
back.
Yeah. He disappears for 2 days. And
Yeah,
all of a sudden he's got health issues. We need the 25th Amendment and all this stupid bullshit.
Yeah, and it's like,
you know?
Joe Biden. Biden couldn't put a complete sentence together for 4 fucking years,
Absolutely,
and he
man.
was the smartest guy on the planet according
Yeah,
to the
you wouldn't
left.
see that
Sharp as
asshole
a
for months.
yeah,
man.
sharp as a tack. Couldn't complete a
Sharpest guy.
sentence.
He's always on it, dude. He's working hard for the American people. Yeah, I got you.
It's funny how they're like they're resorting to, basically the stuff that people were bitching about Biden about, that he's not, competent anymore. He's
Right.
and a lot of it was true. I mean, look at the health decline that you saw out of Biden when he was president. And for some reason now, because Trump's, I guess they didn't see him for 2 days, and all of a sudden that's all projected onto him. It's just weird how they're just following the playbook that, the Republicans were doing against Joe Biden. And it's weird. And all they did was bitch about people saying that about Biden. And now they're doing the same exact thing. And then it really makes no sense because they say that, and then 20 minutes later, Trump's on the golf course playing golf.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly, man. Man, it was Labor Day weekend, man. The guy needed a little time off. I get it, dude. He's done more press conferences in the first 8 months, 10 months of his presidency than Biden probably did in 4 years. So.
And I saw like the media reports, dude. They were all like, they're getting inside sources saying he's terminally ill.
Absolutely.
And they were showing some picture of some shit on his hand that was supposed to prove it.
A little bruise or something.
The goofy shit. And I'm like, come on, people. You got to find something better than that. At
And
least
that
with
just
Biden.
tells you, man, that they're so hoping that this guy dies, man, Trump. They're so hoping something happens to him. And it's sad. It really is, dude.
Yeah.
That's what you have to run on and talk about,
Yeah. And it doesn't surprise me coming from that side, I remember
it doesn't, dude, because when you got Tim Walz out there saying in a public speech that he wakes up every day hoping that he reads that Trump's died,
that's
it's
crazy.
Like, dude, what the fuck, dude?
That's crazy because even when the Biden diagnosis came out about the cancer that he was, that he's currently fighting, I personally made a video and I posted it on TikTok, saying that, look, all these politics aside, I mean, I hope he wins this battle. I mean, it's a hard one that he's fighting. Sure. I mean, you don't want to sit in there and watch anybody just, if you've had anybody close to you die from that disease,
Wait, who has cancer?
Biden.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That was one of the things they covered up about his health because he's got, cancer that is in a very, progressive state. And which means they've known about it for a while they were sitting there telling the American public that this man was healthy, covering that shit up. So when it did come out that he had cancer, I mean, I'm a Trump supporter. I mean, I voted for Trump, and I still was like, well, I don't wish death on Biden. I mean, I don't want him to be president, but I'm not going to sit there and wish he suffers from cancer and dies this miserable death. But that's what you get from that side, the side of caring and, let's all come together for some reason. That side just, boy, they can't wait to see that news that Trump is dead or anybody who supports Trump.
Just go back as soon as like Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah,
God,
they celebrated
that were out there. They celebrated that man's death.
Yeah, I leave that shit alone, man, because the karma's a motherfucker, man. It's like I may not agree with you. I might talk shit about you all day long when you're alive, but unless you're just really a vile person, like a child, predator or somebody who's 100%. Murdered somebody in cold blood. But other than that, over some political shit. I mean, I'm not going to go that far and start wishing death and celebrating.
Issues, man, regardless of your political views, man, it's like, God, dude, the family that has to endure that and have to deal with that. It's like, really, dude? I mean, it's political views, man. We're entitled to all of that. And you're going to sit here and you're going to bash somebody, that is dying, and it's
well, that's what I mean. As much as I can't stand that scum Gavin Newsom over there in California, which he's gearing up for a run in 2028. Absolutely. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and get online and start celebrating his death if he were to, something were to happen to him in the near future.
Exactly
but
not, dude.
I did see that his 10-year plan to end homelessness in San Francisco is set to reach its 22-year mark this year. So for 22 years, he's been working on a 10-year plan, and it still hasn't solved that shit. It's so crazy, man. And people vote for that shit. But I'm watching his, his X account, his Twitter account, whatever you want to call it. And I mean, of course, it's not him. You could tell he's hired some young, quote unquote, hip person to run it, and it's just so cringy, like it's so fake. You just see he's trying to relate with the other side now. He's on there making these snarky remarks and being a smart ass and cursing, and just trying to come off as, I'm a normal guy, so I like to say fuck, and it's just so fake. And I hope everybody sees through that shit, because you do not want him up there in the White House. If you just look at how California's ran, that is the last thing we need. Not that the president is king and end all be all, but we don't need him up there trying to push through the policies that he would try to be pushing through. And California is evidence of that, if you ask me, which nobody did, but I don't care.
I feel like I'm watching somebody through like a mental episode right now.
Who?
Our friend is back.
Oh, Guess who's back? I wasn't paying attention to them comments. Let's get into the comments. How y'all doing out there tonight? I hope everybody's fine. Let's see. I can't even keep up with them. I'm trying to scroll down.
Yeah.
Down. Y'all bear with me. Let's see. Dems are all Satan's butt babies. I like that. Come on. I can't read them. I spent 7 years trying to become a Baptist pastor. What? Okay. When you think... Let me see what this is all about. Covering my face there, but I don't mind. When you think that would piss somebody off in a church, that y'all been playing that goddamn going around the world, y'all play. What in the fuck are you talking about?
No.
Oh my God. Let's do that.
He keeps saying we need to get off his land.
He's in timeout. Fuck him and his land. He's in timeout.
I'm not getting it.
That's why you gotta watch the comments get crazy. Most convicted sex offenders are white male. And that's
Sounds
true.
about right.
It is true. I mean, I always say that. Like I give it to him, man. It is. Every time you see some shit like that break loose, it is always, I don't know about conservative, but it's always a white male.
Yeah.
You don't see that shit going on in the black communities, a lot. You just don't see it where they're just these pedophiles online hunting down small children, and it always turns out to be some white guy. I don't know what it is.
Always conservative.
Yeah, I don't know about all that nonsense because I don't check their political beliefs, but it is always a white male 99% of the time.
Yeah.
And it gives us a bad name. I just don't get it. I don't know what makes their brains click like that, but like you said, you don't see it in a lot of the minority communities, I don't know. It's crazy. Or maybe I don't guess it's like it's underreported or anything. You just don't see it. So, anyway, guess we lost Justin for good.
It looks like
loser.
Looks like that.
So many. Let's see. Cat Dog says so many elected Republicans are predators. I'm going to go ahead and say so many elected officials. So it doesn't matter what side of the political aisle.
It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, that shit runs rapid, man. I don't care. It ain't even about politics. So, anyway. Wait. These things are going too quick. I'm seeing dumbasses.
Dirty money's here.
Oh, I'm seeing, dumbasses. Somebody's making an excellent point, right here. You are dumbasses. Trump is pathetic trash. There you go. See? There you go. So that's a very...
Man, huh, dude? Yeah.
he made his point.
And your side is perfect. I got you.
Yeah, fuck him.
Okay.
Anyway, we appreciate them tuning in, though. So,
Yeah, absolutely. Just subscribe, dude.
yeah, hit it. What else is going on crazy in the world? Kristen, you got anything nuts going on?
Ooh, actually, I did find out that some people in the company got fired. I think out in Florida.
Okay. What did they
That's
do?
it. They were stealing money, the company's money.
Well, you didn't say why they got fired. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, well, that'll usually get you canned when you start stealing money from your company you're working for. Yeah. So just a piece of advice, don't do that.
No.
Or at least be real good at it,
Yeah.
And the problem is that people like that, they probably get away with it for a while, and then they just
long
can't
time.
stop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's usually how you get caught because you just can't. It's like, oh, this is easy, and then boom, there you go.
Yep.
Oh,
What's Johnny Five saying here, man?
where's Johnny Five? I ain't seen Johnny Five in a while.
49, dude.
He's been in.
Norton. Anyway, he's been in there. Yeah, I've been kind of scrolling X. I haven't been paying much attention to the comments, and I'm sorry. I apologize, everybody watching. I'm usually in the comments a little bit more, but trying to find some news. Ain't much more to talk about, man.
No.
I mean, there's always something crazy going on, but nothing that's piquing my interest. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. Brand new $1 million luxury yacht tips over and sinks just minutes after launching.
Ah,
Well,
not good, dude.
Yeah, I guess if you can afford $1 million yacht, you'll be all right.
Insurance
It
will
did
cover
too.
it, dude.
Yeah, that's right. Damn, imagine that. Like, just decide it's getting launched, just got built, and then zoop, there it goes. Well, it won't be my issue, I promise you. My yacht will never sink.
No, exactly.
It won't happen. All right, anything else interesting? Because we're about to call it a night.
We're wrapping it up, dude.
Yep. Let's wrap it up. BSing with the guys. We appreciate all y'all checking it out. If you hadn't subscribed yet, hit that button, please. We'll be back next week, Wednesday, same time. Y'all make sure you check us out. Hit the notification button. It'll let you know when we're going live, and y'all can come join them comments. We'll have a little fun. We appreciate it. Kristen, Brad, y'all have a great night.
Thank you.
Peace.
Straight from the swamps of southern Louisiana.